You see this knee moving.
That's fine.
I tried to do it without the knee moving, and I tried the whole day yesterday. That really
Just doesn't feel.
It just doesn't allow me to
Wind up. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, a little bit of
wind
movement.
up a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of movement is acceptable. I mean, it's just that if it folds further in than that, as you know, that's going to make this cave in. So it's going to make that look as if it's collapsed. But I like that because your head position is very still. So you're on plane as well. Okay, it's a touch short, but quite frankly, most of the tour players don't really go much further back than that. That's a great turn.
Sixth swing of the day.
Yeah.
Nice leg.
Yeah, good hip clearance. So you're clearing that left hip out of the way. And this point of impact position is great. Heel's just slightly off the floor, which is fine. You don't want it more than that. Left hip is moving back out of the way. Shoulders are clearing really well. Shaft is deflecting in the right angle, so the club's flush on the floor. I mean, that for an impact position there is superb. So at the point of impact, there's no issue whatsoever there. So whilst the club face is on the ball, okay.
So the leg is coming back a little
It is. It is. And that's better as well because you didn't do that big bounce into a solid finish there. No, I think that's very good. To be honest, Andrew, I mean, that's the swing of the week for you. I mean, well balanced onto your left side, beautifully up on the toe, fully extended, fully released. When are you turning pro? I mean, that's so on plane there.
Nice hand release.
Just very good looking, right down the target line there. Club face is lovely and square at that point.
You know, and I've just cruised it, and it's just
Yeah,
didn't try and smack the crap out of it.
great. Right, so let's try it with a driver then.
This is going to be
I mean, now you're getting into a lovely full shoulder turn, head's in a good position, and that left and that left hip and knee's fine there. It's just if the hips haven't moved away from the target, and that's important. That's what you were doing before.
I just feel that I have to do that to get it nicely back.
I'm happy with that. I've got no issues with that.
See,
Club
that-
face is beautifully square at the top. Great posture at that point. Left arm is beautifully parallel with the club face. Right elbow's tucked in. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful transition. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely little bit of reroute
Coming
there.
down there.
Lovely. Lovely. So pure as a movement. I mean, if you take it back to the start there, I mean, Christ. I mean, that is just on plane. That's very difficult to do. I mean, that's what I'm trying to teach Stephen to do. Once he gets doing that, he's going to be great. Beautiful impact position. The only thing I can see there is that the club is just coming off towards the toe of the ball, or vice versa. So, I think the only thing...
The position is fine and everything.
Yeah, possibly the only thing I would say there is that your arms are just a tad stretched away from you. Because if you look at the ball on the face there, and then you look at it there, you're just slightly sort of toe end.
Yeah.
But you push up beautifully. Lovely deep extension. Look at the shaft taking
Pain, yeah.
taking pain. To a great finish.
How do we do with the leg?
The leg.
That
Right.
bad leg. This horrible leg. Oh, it's just it needs to come back.
I mean, you do most of it, I mean, as we've seen on the side angle there. There, you can't argue with that.
still holding it. But
You are.
Bowing it.
You see the difference with the hybrid and the iron? The hybrid, because that left knee didn't collapse, the right hip wasn't forced to thrust out, the knee wasn't forced to thrust out, and can you see that big gap that's being produced? Now you don't do that with the hybrid.
Well, look, this one I'm hitting a bit harder maybe.
Yeah. Which is wrong, which is not wrong, you know.
Try one and snap the leg back a bit.
That wasn't trying to snap it back.
No. I wanted to try and emulate what I did yesterday.
Perfect.
Shall I try and snap one back?
I mean, Andrew, your golf swing now, I mean, really, I can't, you know, looking at that, yeah, it's all there. It's just that little bit there with the driver. And I think that's why you're getting a bit sort of punished by the tee shots, purely because of that movement. It's obviously when you hit the ball hard that this old memory comes back in, but you know, it's not you. You know, it's not you not trying to do it. It's just,
have a swing with the
yeah.
hand before we try that one wonderful swing with the long arm.
Yeah.
I don't really mind which one it is. Because I hit a couple of really nice irons yesterday. They're still not.
Okay. How did that last one feel?
Wasn't good.
Okay.
Choosing my least favourite club as well. Do you like the hinge or not? Or
I think the hinge.
helping me?
I think as a winter workout, yes. I mean, it needs to mellow out eventually, but like as a,
You see, it gets me to take the
it
club
does,
leg all the way.
it does, which
And
is,
I think that's where that extra power is coming from.
yeah. I mean, that is just beautiful at the top. Really, really, really funny.
Huh?
Yeah,
Let's go a bit right.
it's lovely. I mean, it's not so pronounced, is it? See, it's not so pronounced with the iron, but you can see a little bit more with the.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
yeah.
But you put it back into a great position there, and your impact's getting better because, you know, your hands used to be well
My hands
behind.
would have been at that guy's head.
Completely. Yeah. It's just that the replacement of that left hip back to its position at address keeps the upper body from going forward. There. I mean, you know what I'm looking for.
But you see, that one probably I did maybe move it a little bit too much. So when I try and practice, I try not to move it, and then I do actually move it.
Yep.
Should we try another one?
Yeah. So all I would say is at the moment, just the only alteration is just coming a fraction closer, just a fraction closer with the driver, with the irons
To the ball.
to the ball at the address position.
See, because I was sort of 4 fingers. But yeah, that's what I was sort of.
Yes.
4 fingers, okay.
Yep. That's it. That's good. It's just that you could then alter that to a different position at address. So I would see it's if you take my thumb and just move the club in a bit more. That's realistically more about where you're going to come into the ball. Yeah. Provided that you stand sort of correct to the ball and then measure it. Yeah, that's good.
Feels a little bit close.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
That's the only tweak that I would do this week. That would just help you
Still
to.
very stiff though, man. Quite stiff.
Have you been cycling or running?
I did a run, but it's just stiff. I need to.
That's beautiful there. So you came much better back at the ball there, you see.
Right on the face, yeah. That leg, man, if we could just... That's the killer, isn't it?
But it's close though, isn't it? It's close. That's a beautiful impact, isn't it? Hands so much more in line there. Great finish as well.
See, now the legs are closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when the legs are open, it's gone a little bit right.
Indeed.
You have a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 pulls and that's
Bye bye.
bye nurse.
Great.
So, think of that.
That's great. That's great. You're going to feel closer, but
Yeah, that's good. That's There's the right one. Oh, I hate that shot. That's the shot that I hate. It's the thing is, it's flying off the club though.
yeah,
Look at that. And then,
beautiful. But look at the left knee.
Mm.
How much more hip turn you've made there. And then you're just blocking it. That's all it is. All it is there is that your left side is blocking you. So unless that left side makes room for the club, you can only go one way, which is right. Unless the hands, of course, supersonic whip over, and then it's like exit left.
Then it affects you in the bush.
Yeah,
And if we pull that leg back, it will kill that.
yeah, yeah. That was a lot more movement on the backswing there as well.
Well, I was thinking more of the closeness of the ball. I won't move so much now. Feels super close.
Does it?
Get to it. I'm liking the backswing.
That's lovely there, though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
That leg.
It's so close. It's beautiful to there. It's 10 out of 10 to there, to there, to there. It's 10 out of 10, even where your leg is there. It's great. It's great. It's just now,
Just goes down the
it's there. It stops moving.
and then it's that.
Yep. Well, the hand's overtaken, it's a quick hook.
Eh?
Come on, Andrew, you can do